This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up? This is DC Channel Guns coming at you in a gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. So I want to appreciate all my subscribers. Want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the video. Appreciate all the support and love. Appreciate everything that y'all do for the 2A community. Like I said before, y'all the star people. I'm just a messenger, just every citizen trying to uphold the Constitution, defend the Second Amendment. So I want to appreciate y'all for coming over here today, taking out the time to see what's going on here at DC Channel Guns. I want to appreciate all the comments, support for the channel, 2A channels and gun channels, people. We need all the support we can right now in 2021. I appreciate the ones pretty much follow me on Gun Streamer. Also follow me on TikTok. I'm doing something over there and everything, so I appreciate that support. And I give a huge shout out to y'all that come over here every single day through the good and the bad and ups and downs. Nothing moves in a straight line, people. So with that said, we're going to talk about your Second Amendment stuff today, people. We're going to talk about how serious it is right now. If you've been hiding up in a rock, you should notice that your media, your news, and all of your headlines and stuff, gun crime and stuff is through the roof. Gun violence is through the roof. Gun laws is through the roof. A lot of stuff is being promoted when it comes to the 2A community and stuff like that. And, you know, one thing I've been talking about, people, is you got to have that mindset. And like I said before, there's a lot of people out there buying firearms and stuff, hasn't changed their mindset. It's easy, and I've been saying this for a long time, easy for someone to go out, purchase a firearm and stuff like that, defend themselves and their family and stuff like that. But it's the small things that we're not doing in the 2A community that's costing you your Second Amendment and everything. Safe storage laws are being propped up. People locking, they want you to lock your firearms and all this kind of stuff up. Don't keep firearms in your car. Little petty tit for tat stuff. I don't understand if you're going to pay $400 or $500 for a firearm, you're going to go through months of waiting delays and stuff in your state with the laws that they're creating for you to wait for your farm and everything. A lot of us, frustrated and stuff, complaining about that. But when you get the chance to get your permit or whatever the case may be in your state to get your farm and everything, and then we just leaves it in the car because guess what? We're not prepared to carry the farm all day. Like I said before, a lot of people haven't got their mindset together when it comes to firearm. If you're going to conceal carry, people, guess what? The gun is not going to fit everybody. That's why you have multiple size guns out there. Even then, a lot of people is not comfortable when they get even the smallest gun. And then you get even the biggest gun, a lot of people is not comfortable. I have went through the trial and error when it comes to concealed carry. And you know what I found? You have to dress around the gun. You have to work around the gun. You have firearm manufacturers that are spending millions of dollars to get the firearm to work around the gun owner. And, with that said, sometimes that don't even work out. They built the firearm, the gun around the magazine. They built the magazine around the gun. They have done everything, people, for concealed carries and stuff. And like I said before, you have to go in this thing prepared to know that you're going to have to do something different if you want to protect yourself. And one thing I talk about is, maybe you have to get bigger clothes, bigger shirts and stuff. You have to dress around the firearm to be comfortable. You're not going to be 100% comfortable, but comfortable enough that you can have this all day long. We're not talking about carrying it for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, you're in your vehicle, but then when you go somewhere that you can't have a firearm, you leave it in your car. And guess what? Someone breaks in and take your firearm. I'm talking about, for years, if you've been watching this channel for years, that has been a thorn in the butt in the 2A community. Firearms been stolen out of the car. I read an article a couple weeks ago that majority of criminals are getting firearms from car theft, people. Car theft. You have groups that are running around just breaking in vehicles because they know pretty much 5 out of 10, they're going to find a firearm in there. And like I said before, people, you're pretty much handing politicians, just handing them new creative laws to come up with it. The old way of politician is out, helping the country, building jobs and stuff like that. That is too difficult right now. The easy job for politicians now is just sit around and create gun laws, gun bills and stuff. Look at Florida. We just went through Florida. They come up with a massive gun bill and stuff. And they're not coming up with this stuff. They're not naming all these firearms. They're not naming all these loopholes and stuff out of thin air. They get professional help, people. They get professional help, people who's pretty much researching firearms and all this kind of stuff. Now, your tax dollars go to pay research for firearm programs and stuff like that. I talked about that. I don't like that whatsoever. So, they want to charge you more tax on ammo and firearms and take that money and do more research on gun violence and stuff like that. And so I'm talking about, but to get back on what I was talking about, when you have a lot of these states and stuff coming up with laws and stuff, they get professional help, people. I'm talking about you have gun owners handing them ideas, handing it to them every single day. Your media's promoting it. I'm talking about there's not one day that my local news cannot help themselves but promote some type of shooting. I'm talking about some type of, gun violence that doesn't happen in the local area. They can't help themselves. They got automatic, it's up there. I'm talking about it's always up there. They're promoting these things. And you see people after people after people who pretty much done threw themselves away, making stupid decisions with a firearm, people. People throwing their lives away, 20 years, life in prison over firearm. And one thing that I keep telling people, if you've been watching for me a long time, I lose. I lose a lot, people. I don't need to win everything. I like to lose. Now, like I said before, it don't take a rocket science to figure out what is self-defense. I'm talking about it's so easy. It's not difficult. I'm talking about your mind your own business, someone trying to rob you, harm you and your family, breaking your home or something like that. Guess what? Self-defense, people. Self-defense. We're not out here to go out and create problems, get involved in arguments, initiate situations and stuff like that. I'm talking about your mindset ain't right. I'm talking about we have enough laws out here that's raining down on gun owners. It's like I know I'm just kind of going on a rant a little bit or whatever, but this is stuff that I see. I know y'all see the same thing, and I know a lot of gun owners are sick and tired of it. And firearms is pretty much like evaporation, people. I'm talking about, you have lakes and streams and ponds and stuff, and you have the ocean, all this kind of stuff. When it's very hot, the steam and moisture get evaporated into the air. It goes into the cloud. When the cloud gets too full, it get very dark, and guess what? They release all that moisture, which is rain, and it rains down, and the same thing keep having to cycle. Firearms is in the same cycle, people. You're having people make a wrong decision with the firearm, people. Then they go to jail, they get convicted, they throw it in prison for 20 years, life in prison. Your firearm pretty much is put right back in circulation. The police sells it at a police auction and stuff. Another gun owner has your firearm. Now, the previous owner is in jail for something stupid that he did. I'm talking about not making the right decision, didn't have his mindset right. That firearm's right back on the street again. Now, I know you hear about, they're crushing, destroying the guns. They're not destroying all them guns, people. They're destroying guns that's pretty much are done or are not operable no more, or whatever the case may be. But majority of these firearms that's in great condition, they're selling it. They're making money off of it. I'm talking about they're pretty much creating money for the police department to get new stuff and everything. So I'm talking about that is what's going on when it comes to that. But firearms is in circulation while you're having people that with their, they're not getting their mindset right. They're not in circulation. They're done. They're gone. They threw their life away. So we have to stop doing that. And also, we can't be getting advice from people who you don't see positive things from. In the 2A community, you have a lot of people who are taking and running with stuff, and they're losing that Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, when it comes to your Second Amendment, people, let me talk about this. It's a one-time thing. For some reason, you have people. I was listening to somebody the other day. You think your Second Amendment 2 or 3 times? No, it's one time. Once they take it, that's it. Very seldom. I'm talking about it's like hitting the lottery that I see people's Second Amendment overturned and they get their Second Amendment back. But there's a lot of laws that is created that's going to pretty much take away your Second Amendment. There's misdemeanors now, charges you can get that'll take away your Second Amendment. That's the reason why they're calling for higher and stronger background checks, people. What you think that means? I'm talking about the background checks they're already doing on me. I'm talking about that stringent is enough. And you want even more stringent background checks? The only ones they're talking about, they want improving background checks. If you do anything, you flatten somebody's tire, any little thing that you do, they want to have that documented. And because guess what's going to happen? You're going to try to apply for a firearm or CCW or something. That's going to pop up and that's going to delay you and hold you from getting your CCW or getting a firearm and stuff like that. That's going to have a red flag. I talked about red flag laws on this channel. I got many videos on it. I have talked about it so much. Red flag laws has been in this country for a long time. Only until states started really talking about it. A lot of people thought it was new, but it has been here for a long time. And, I think the first red flag law was created, I want to say Pennsylvania last time, if I can, if that's correct, could be wrong, but I think it's Pennsylvania, something like that. But it's been on the books for a long time, people. And, one thing when it comes to red flag laws, they have pretty much reinvented the red flag law to pretty much that allow citizens to turn other citizens in. I'm talking about your school teacher, your doctor, anybody, and your family, anybody, to pretty much keep you from getting a firearm and stuff like that. But they're getting creative when it comes to these gun laws in this country, people. And like I said before, at the end of the day, a lot of these laws that you're seeing, that a lot of these states are promoting, is not by accident, people. They're getting professional help. And a lot of times in the 2A community, it's self-inflicted wounds. I'm just saying, just gun owners that self-inflicted wounds. Threatening somebody, pointing the firearm at somebody, saying stuff. Sometimes people, it's best not to say nothing at all. If you can't say nothing good, it's best not to say nothing at all. That can be used again. We've seen in the articles and stuff, hand gestures and stuff can be used against you as threats and stuff. So I'm telling you people that when it comes to gun owners in this country, it's very difficult. And you know, when you look at the media and stuff like that, now when it comes to gun owners, we have a lot of guns. You have a lot of law-abiding citizens who are following the law every single day. We're the ones who have to worry about the laws that's coming out, because guess what? Your criminals, the gangbangers, all that kind of stuff, they're not doing that, people. They're not doing that. And these laws are not even affecting the criminals and stuff, because like I said, a sign on your store saying, hey, no firearms allowed on this premises. Guess what? That's not stopping nothing. You have stores still getting robbed. That's not stopping nothing, people. Only people who them signs stop is law-abiding citizens. It don't stop the criminals and all this kind of stuff. But that is the thing that is, and some people feel safe because they see that. Because you in a store and you think, well, nobody's armed in there because that sign says no firearms allowed. I don't know what else to tell you. The signs don't stop nobody. But what it does is put you in danger. None of these businesses and stuff that you go to are going to protect you. You have to protect yourself. You're not a politician. You don't have Secret Service. You don't have tax dollars paying for your security. I'm talking about the politicians. They're working hard to take away your firearms and all this kind of stuff, but they're enjoying the luxury of Secret Service and all this protection and stuff that you pay for. So it's okay for them to be protected on a 24/7 daily basis and not for the average citizen. You have to do it yourself, people. This job is going to be hands-on, but at the same time, you have to get your mindset right, people. So we won't be making any mistakes. You got too many gun owners in prison right now. Wish they never done what they done. Like I said, self-defense is not rocket science. It's not rocket science, people. Very simple process. You mind your own business. Somebody trying to rob you, harm you and your family, breaking your home, or any little thing. It's not that hard. But some people make it harder than what it is. And most of the stuff I see is self-inflicted wounds in the 2A community. Self-inflicted wounds. Some of y'all watching too many movies. I could be wrong about that, but some of you watching too many movies. You're listening to too much stuff. Do your own research, people. That is the most fundamental thing as a gun owner that you should be doing. Do your own research in your state. What applies in my state might not apply in your state. What applies in your state might not apply in my state. That is one of the biggest problems when it comes to gun owners in this country. They're looking at laws in other states and assume, hey, it's good in my state. No. For example, I can have high capacity mags in my state. In your state, you might not can't have high capacity mags. Just that simple right there. If you did some little simple research, you'll find out, hey, I can't have high capacity magazine. So that is the point that I'm trying to make and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. I appreciate y'all for watching the video and stuff like that. Do your own research, people. Watch who you're listening to. Do your own research in your state and stuff like that. Because guess what? If someone say you can do something, you go do it, you lose your Second Amendment, not them. I've been saying it for a long time, people. Anything I say, look at your state laws and you do some research in your state and stuff like that. Just don't go by what I say, people, because it's up to you, the decision that you make. So, like I said before, I appreciate you for watching. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.